These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hello, Megan Thompson with your afternoon update right now from ABC15 Arizona. And on this Wednesday, we do continue to follow the lawsuit Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays filed against House Speaker Mike Johnson to try to force him to swear in Adelita Grijalva immediately. She won Arizona's special election for District 7 about a month ago now. Mays says nearly 700,000 people in District 7 have no representation in Congress, and Grijalva herself is stuck. No office, no staff, no access to congressional systems. Congressional District 7 represents thousands of people across Arizona, mostly in the southern part of the state, but also many in the West Valley. So our teams have been listening to people who live in that district.
She needs to be heard. So it's kind of sad that it's gotten to this point.
Now, there are people on the other side as well. We heard from them, too, mentioning that Congress is not in session right now. Many talking about current government shutdowns that are in place, and some even asking how long this swearing-in issue could take to resolve. So we'll be tracking the movement of that lawsuit throughout the entire process. We'll bring you the latest information on that. And tonight, ABC 15, we will be getting an update on the status of MCSO's progress with court-ordered reforms. All of this follows that recent audit that was done of MCSO's spending. According to the report, 72% of expenses billed in a racial profiling case were charged incorrectly. So we'll be listening in to tonight's meeting. We'll let you know what we learned from that. Well, heating a home this coming winter is expected to cost nearly $1,000 on average with the arrival of cooler fall air. Scripps News Group consumer reporter John Matarese is looking at ways to save on those heating bills so you don't waste your money.
Whether you heat your home with gas or electric, millions of Americans are expected to have higher heating bills this winter. But the good news is there are ways to keep that bill down while still keeping your home toasty.
Everything touchscreen, easy to use.
Jacob Ray says his old furnace was an energy hog.
Every time the heater would turn on, it would just knock.
So he had this new energy efficient one installed. Nick Glace of Arlinghouse Heating and Air says there are cheaper ways to keep your heating costs from skyrocketing, starting with changing your air filter, usually every 3 months for $20 or less.
This one doesn't look too bad, yeah.
He says an annual tune-up, usually $75 to $100, is also essential.
We're going to check gas pressures on it, make sure that we've got good flow into the heat exchanger.
Mark Huffman with Consumer Affairs says keep cold air out by properly sealing doors and windows.
Over time, especially if they're older, they'll develop cracks, there'll be little gaps.
An energy audit with a utility or energy company can help identify where those gaps are. Another savings tip, buy yourself a programmable or smart thermostat for less than $100.
When you're asleep and you're at work, why keep the house heated at that same level?
And Huffman suggests asking your utility company about programs they offer to help you save. The National Energy Assistance Directors Association says home heating will cost nearly 8% more than last year, averaging $976. With a new furnace and new thermostat, Ray's is hopeful for lower bills.
We're very happy, very, very happy.
So you don't waste your money. John Matarese, Scripps News Group.
Tracking your most accurate forecast on this hump day, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. And guess what? We're talking rain chances throughout at least midday in the valley, starting off with temperatures in the 70s here at 8 o'clock, 83 at midday, and highs in the lower 90s as we gradually begin to clear out. Now, as far as rain chances, they'll be rather promising for some of you, especially in northern and eastern Arizona for the rest of the morning and into the early afternoon hours. We'll have the chance for showers in the valley through at least midday, and then we dry things out the rest of the afternoon and also the rest of the week. Highs today, anywhere from 65 in Flagstaff to near 70 along the South Rim in Heber. Lower 70s in Cholo and Winter Rock, with highs as you head toward the lower deserts today in the low to mid 90s. The hot spot being Gila Bend with a high of 93. Your 7-day forecast showing temperatures going from the 90s today to the 80s the rest of the week. Clear skies. Overnight lows staying in the 60s through next week. Flagstaff highs today in the 60s. Chance for showers at 20%. Then we'll drop your highs into the upper 50s for Thursday. Then we're back in the lower 60s by Friday with lows in the low to mid 30s.
You can expect another update from us tonight. Until then, get the latest news, weather, and traffic at abc15.com, or you can download that free ABC 15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC 15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.